Welcome to the UG 2028 podcast. It's the same podcast with new faces because we're the second batch, undergraduate batch of Masters Union. And before we get into a little bit ice breaking, let's just introduce ourselves.
So I'll start. My name is Veer Mehta and I was born in Indonesia. I was raised in Southeast Asia and then also shifted to Africa. And right now I am working on an AI B2B sales startup and I'm also the youth state wing president for an organization called RSS.
Okay, so my introduction is going to sound really plain after that. But hi guys, I'm Maithili. I'm from Bangalore. I'm mostly into UI, UX, web designing, web development, all of that. It's great to be here and
Right. So hi everyone, my name is Kabir. I'm from Gurgaon, so I live here only. I've been involved with Masters Union from the beginning. I've attended a couple of startup weekends, CEO challenge. Currently, I'm working on my venture, Co-Padai, which is a K-12 venture for high schoolers.
Right. Hi everyone, I'm Gunjan. I am also from Bangalore and I'm a drop year student and I've worked a lot in marketing and right now I'm building my community which is called Let's Read and let's talk more about it as we go.
Hello guys, I'm Dan Ratvik from the southest part of India, Tamil Nadu, Coimbatore itself. And as Gunjan, even I'm a dropout. Yes, I got dropped out from one of the well-known established university which is located in central Bangalore itself. And yeah, I'm a 19-year-old who's happy with this life decisions.
Hi everyone, I'm Heer Chauhan and I'm from Ahmedabad, Gujarat. And I've always been interested in organizing and event management, and I've also organized multiple events in Gujarat.
Great introduction here. I think we've all introduced ourselves a little bit, but let's have a proper icebreaker. It's been almost a month and a half since we're here, and I think I want to ask you all one thing. What is the most unexpected thing about MU that you've found so far, or something that just struck to you?
So I'm gonna have to go first on that because I was in the gym yesterday and apparently I was sharing the steam room with an investment banker from Merrill Lynch, Bank of America, and we just talked about life for 30 minutes. Later on I realized that he works here right दो floor हमारे campus के ऊपर and I mean, it was just surprising, shocking.
I mean, just to add on to that, even when we came here for our orientation week, we got to have lunch with like practitioners and CXOs. That was mind blowing for me because that was the first time I was like, okay, मैंने कुछ actually अच्छी decision ली है. What about you guys?
And like adding to you guys' point, one thing I didn't expect from Masters Union, but which I've delivered by Masters Union like brilliantly, is probably the club culture over here. Like club culture over here is like very vibrant and it's like strong, I would say, because over here it's completely student led and whatever it's up to the representative of the club. They can come up with their own idea, they can book their slots and get funded by Masters Union itself. And
I think one more expected thing from my perspective has been how fun the classes are.
Yeah.
I like the only thing that was like told to us by our seniors, by everyone from MU was like, सिर्फ बाहर वाली चीजें fun है, but like the amount of fun I've had in the classes is actually unexpected.
Like I as a person feel that I'm not able to pay attention for too long, but I was just shocked when I could sit through in a 90-minute class without flinching. It was great.
I mean, adding to that, if I am in a college and I'm learning from a 70-year-old professor who has taken teaching as a second option, limping and being angry while teaching, rather than actually learning it from a practitioner who shows up in a 7 series, all dressed up, all coming from work. I have to pay attention. There's no way, because that's my aspiration, right?
Yeah, that's what you want to be, right? Yeah.
so I think for most of us, we were just excited about the out-class part of it, So we weren't really expecting anything much from the in-class. But after coming here, like even though it feels like, initially you're in a traditional classroom setup, it's completely different. Like you're so interactive, like every session, I feel like talking. I'm someone who just sit at the back of the class and not do anything. Yeah. But over here, I seriously just feel like going out there, talking, asking questions, because the professors are so good at what they do. Yeah. It feels like a whole different experience,
So just adding on to that, I mean, we've told how much we're liking here at MU. I want to know what were your personal journeys, like where are you coming from?
Yeah, so the part that actually started that after boards, of course, everyone was learning about the entrances. They were thinking that what to do and what not. They were deciding which entrance to give, which not to give, and applying through multiple colleges across India. Suddenly, after a certain point, Masters Union came into my feed. That let's just see.
No. I'd actually disagree because I had a quick decision. It was very quick. So what I noticed was all colleges are obviously going to call themselves the best. मैं सबसे अच्छा college हूँ. I am the most renowned, prestigious university. So I preferred to look at it from a company perspective. I thought that it's the employers, it's the investors, it's the other people, the other third parties who are actually giving a validation and value to each college. And when I knew that this college, in its third year of inception, in fact even in its first year itself, came on par with ISBs and IIMs in terms of placements, I was all in.
But you know, on the contrary, I just feel like as a person, I came to know about Masters Union 4 days before the deadline.
Oh yeah, that's.
I didn't know. I was in my drop year and I was obviously drop year में क्या करते हो? Entrance exam. I was studying for IP Mat and एक दिन बस ऐसे YouTube पे randomly Masters Union drop shipping challenge. I was like क्या है ये? And then I just knew after that when I found Masters Union, this is where I wanted to come because as a person, the pedagogy always mattered to me, and over here, hands-on learning is a very, very big part in Masters Union. I think Ritvik would agree to it too, right? Because we have the same experiences.
I was talking to two seniors the other day. One of them had a very, very good background, about 98% in their 12th boards, while the other one was the chilled kind of guy. And it was shocking to see that the second person was never really academic, scored a 3.9 GPA. All because he was able to bring in 14 lakhs of sales in his drop shipping challenge. So here you're being graded by the amount of money you're earning, and that just changes the dynamics entirely.
Yeah, it is a business school, but I think, like dropshipping is a very important aspect in our curriculum. But I think the classes that we have, like marketing, product management, there's a great amount of knowledge that we are gaining in class. So there's a good balance of the in-class and out-class. And I think that's the whole pedagogy which is, you know, framed out of whatever you're learning in class, we're actually able to apply it out class.
I think what's best is, like, I'm not going to be like too shabby about this, but I think MU's marketing has been so proper. Even before I joined, I think everyone's talked about it multiple times. Because marketing kitni persuasive thi.
I think on the contrary, I did not want to come to Masters Union initially. Wow. So I think this is kind of different from a lot of people I know because everyone's like fighting with their parents to come here. But on the other hand, the person who told me about Masters Union was my mom. She came up to me and she was like, I think you should check this out. I think it's a really good opportunity for you. And I was someone who was supposed to apply abroad. And I did. And I got into a couple of universities there and I was all set to go until she came up to me and she was like, I think you should really, really consider this. And after a while, that turned to, you either go here or you drop out. That was, it came down to that. And even on the first day of orientation, I sat down and I was like, wait, am I going to regret this decision? But right now, I can tell you, like sitting on this table, I do not.
Yeah.
It was definitely not.
Yeah, I think my journey is like completely different from you guys' journey because I already spent one solid year in the traditional university. Like spending 1 year like over there like has taught me a few harsh reality about the education system in India. It starts from the book-based curriculum, starts from the number of assignments and examinations you have to give every single week and a month and so. And what else is worse than the attendance policy they follow over there? So these were the like few factors which have actually summed up and made me to take the biggest decision of my life to get dropped out. As you guys, I wasn't ready for another IP Mat, another entrance test in a traditional college, or I don't want to sit in another traditional lecture. So I was sure about it, and to be honest, Masters Union was my only option.
So that's what was interesting about the selection process. Okay, I tried, my nani, she woke me up at 5 in the morning. She's like, prepare for your interview. Prepare for your interview. I'm like, okay, this is the interview. The interview is that on the spot, you have to create a situation, a solution to a problem. It tests your communication skills, your problem solving skills, how you are able to adapt precisely in a very short span of time, all of which is very relevant. And I'm saying that the selection process itself convinced me.
Like the selection process is spanned out in such a way that you're literally churned out every aspect of you, from your aptitude, from your confidence to be able to be in a business simulation, and how you deal with it is really
Oh yeah,
taken
I think
care of.
I think that's like something I agree with so much because like I remember other colleges they had like 2 rounds, right? Every other college has 2 rounds, but with MU, I actually got annoyed because there were so many rounds. We had like first you had to send an application and this, but then I think the GD was really fun.
Yeah.
I think because we were given that Ola and Uber case, and then I thought that was going to be our case, so I prepared for it. And then we got a Maggie case on the last day, and I was taken aback because I did not prepare for it.
You know, what I think is great about the entire selection process is that if you go to any traditional university, you usually have the aptitude test, and it's almost like they give like a 80% weightage to that. And I don't think that's very fair to a lot of students who have like other skills or things that they focus on otherwise, you know?
And those cases helped us do one more thing. We just enrolled in a case competition hosted by IIT Delhi, and we got shortlisted in the top 15 teams out of 900. So we just realized we started solving these already before we even got selected.
I mean, that's the greatest part about MU. MU has such a great culture. I mean, you're going for competitions in IIT, but I want to bring out the culture we have with our seniors. Like, we're just one batch old. I mean, there's just one batch older to us, but the way they've handheld us right from the selection process, we were allotted a UG buddy, and they were allotted a PGP buddy. So even though we're still building, we're a very close-knit community where everyone just wants to vouch for each other and look for each other here.
I believe that I think the best part about connecting with your seniors, the best way we've done that is through frat.
Yeah. Okay, so for you all, we have something called as fraternities in Masters Union. There's Netflix,
Netflix,
Amazon, and I wouldn't say it's the house system that you had in your 12th grade, but it's something more than that. It's more competitive and cutthroat, but it sort of brings us all together. Like, I think the first month we were here, there were council selections, a CAD rep. One main question is, why did we choose Masters Union? I mean, at least for me, I was a dropout student. I had good options to go for back in my drop year, before my drop year, and even after my drop year. So I had University of Toronto, Ashoka, and NMIMS, Christ, Symbiosis. But that's not the point. The point is, why did I choose Masters Union? Well, for me, Masters Union was important because pedagogy and curriculum are very important to me as a person. What I'm learning needs to make sense. I need to be able to apply what I learn in real sense, and I think that's what Masters Union gave to me. What about you guys?
Okay, so I think for me, I initially did not want to come to Masters Union, which is something I think everyone, like amongst the friends I've told at least, they were like, huh? Why? And the thing is, I was set to go abroad, and I was very convinced that I wanted to go. And that's why I applied to a couple of colleges, and I got in as well. So I got into, say, KEDGE, University of Bath, Paris School of Business, and a couple more. And then I found out about Masters Union. Well, to be honest, my mom found out about Masters Union. She came to me one day, and she was like, okay, I think you should check this university out. And she started pestering me about it. And that's when I was like, oh, where is this heading? And then that turned into, you either go to Masters Union or you drop out. And even on the first day of my orientation, I was sitting in the auditorium, and I'm thinking, oh damn, I am going to regret this decision. And right now, sitting on this table, I can so confidently say that I do not. Definitely not.
And why do we say that we do not regret this decision?
I think because like when I applied to several colleges like Kriya, Flame, Christ, right? I think what was important for me was campus life and the people. It was a very important factor for me. But I think more than that, honestly, the marketing was really persuasive for Masters Union, and I think that's what worked for me. But it's that feeling that you come here and you're already sitting with future leaders of the world, and then we're in Cyberpark where you have like EY and you have like so many other corporations. Yeah, you have all those.
The
right?
list is endless.
Yeah.
Like, the entire factor about being in DLF itself is a big thing. Like, we have, I think everyone knows it at this point, Samsung's office is right opposite to ours. We have EY. You name the company, it's here.
Probably here. Yeah, it's probably here.
And it's just so cool because every time I'm walking through the DLF campus, I just feel like a businesswoman in myself. But
The best part is that Masters Union is in DLF. is the world of corporate life, and we are actually living the cultural life of the corporate cultural life. And what we learn from surroundings matters a lot actually, because when we talk about traditional colleges also, we talk about IIMs, we talk about CU, we
Reminds me. Ma'am is from IIM Indore, like she left IIM
yeah.
Indore.
I didn't, well, yeah, IIM Indore was an amazing certain story. Yeah, yeah, a little bit of IIM Indore coming. So the thing is that traditional colleges do have that area of that they need to study, they need to have acads, they need to have their yoga classes every single day when we talk about Indore or any. But one thing is that culture for a business school, as we aspiring to be entrepreneurs or we want to be in a corporate life, we got into the best place. Gurgaon is the place of the corporate world, and we should be here. And that's why I think everyone.
I think we all agree on that, but it was just not this, you know. I think at least for me, one important reason why Masters Union probably happened was the startup weekend. Can we all agree a little bit on this? Like, so I think I've already mentioned that I applied to Masters Union 4 days before the deadline, and I was still sketchy about it, you know, because I was like, it's a business school in Gurgaon. Like, I mean, I'm from Bangalore, so meko ye side of the world zyada north pata nahi tha, and I just genuinely wanted to know if Masters Union is real. And if you're somebody who wants to know how life at Masters Union goes, like, I think the best way to know that is by attending a startup weekend.
Oh yeah, I think that's like something which people like. It's the perfect way for you to actually understand what Masters Union offers, because it's 2 days where you have like 4 master classes by our seniors, or sometimes if you come maybe by us, CXOs, which tell you about how to make a scratch say pitch deck pura, and then you present it to either the investors or other people, right? I think that's the perfect way to experience it.
I was not able to attend the startup weekend. I didn't know there was a startup weekend. I had no idea about Masters. But I would really want to know that what actually happened at the startup weekend, because I've been, yeah.
Say I am able to answer that question because I attended a full 1 week program. They also had yes, the startup week, yeah. And every day of the program, we started with an icebreaker and how the city of Delhi is. We had kids from Nigeria flying in just to attend the summer school. Yeah, and basically it was just mesmerizing because we were learning how to manage our product and pitch it to investors by the head of Apple's distribution of India. So that also brings me to the fact that I chose MU. The reason why I chose MU is because of the types of brands and people who are associating their names and their time with the college. Right?
Also, we all can agree on one fact. Also chose Masters Union because of the peers. Like, I'm so happy that I have you guys. Like, I mean, would you want a driven peer group? Yeah.
For sure.
And yeah, like my journey why I chose Masters Union might be like a little different, because I was done with the traditional college or done with the regular lectures. So I didn't give any IP maths, any entrance exam. Masters Union was like only option for me. It was like a do or die for me.
Oh,
Luckily, I was able to get in.
yeah.
I actually mentioned it now. So there were like few factors which have actually made me to take the biggest decision. From the book-based curriculum, which has been same for the past 50, 60 years. And the assignments and examinations you have to give every single week and month. And the attendance policy they're following. And the hierarchy they follow, bro. So these are few things.
So I find that very interesting because Gunjan and I, all of us are from Bangalore, right? So the thing is, the 3 of us, yeah. So the thing is, in Bangalore, Christ is one of the best universities you can apply to, or at least that's what everyone goes on about, you know? Yeah. No, the thing is, I went to DPS, which is a pretty big school. Yeah. So you'd know. And the thing is, most of us, like majority of my peers over there, they all apply to like Christ or like St. Joseph's, you know? So for many people, that's the dream college. And the fact that he went there and he decided to drop out, yeah, which it's quite interesting.
That mesmerized me when he said that he dropped out of Christ.
No, it's generally.
Missed out an acceptance from
I am Indo, bro.
Yeah, you don't get to say that.
So I think we can just make a clear demarcation that no college is good or bad. You know, we're not saying that Masters Union is the best college or Christ is the best college. We're just trying to say that it all depends on what you want. What is it that is your calling? So Masters Union was our calling.
Yeah.
We wanted to come here because we expected something more out of ourselves. We wanted to build, and we sort of did not believe in the conventional form of education. So, but if you are someone who wants to sit inside those classes, have a proper campus, have a campus life, I think Christ is a great college. I have my friends in Christ right now, and they're having a good time. So it really depends on what you want.
Right. I think from here onwards, I think the commonality between all of us is we're from the same frat. Yeah. We're all from Google. So I think if you view the frat culture in Masters Union, it's quite interesting because it's not like the house clubs you had in your school. Because we have Google, we have Apple, we have Amazon, and we have Meta.
We don't have Apple.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
We missed out on the one. Okay. We
But-
missed out.
but-
Okay. We missed
I
out.
think that's coming from Bhupesh sir's class.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, by the way, Bhupesh sir has a running joke of he compares apple to a pineapple. Pineapple is his own fictitious company. But yeah, but going back to the frat culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is a system which all colleges have had, and Donald Trump used to be the leader of his frat before he became the president of America. So we have everything in frats. I'm so excited for the inter-frat competitions, the sports competitions. We even have an inter-frat debate, roasts, everything you can think of. It just fosters that bond because normally I don't have a valid reason to approach a PGP student or a senior who is working on something. If we're in a frat, we break the ice. We know each other on a personal level.
That was the best way to meet up.
Frats are the common us with the UG 27 batch also, and the connection we build with the frats with them. It's amazing actually.
I think there was like a preconceived notion amongst us that the seniors didn't like us. I think.
Yeah, so I think we
Yeah, and the thing is that changed.
true.
The thing is that changed so much once you really interacted with people amongst the frat, because we had the elections and everything, and that's when you really talk to them, and that breaks the ice, and that's when you realize that these people are actually welcoming and they want us,
The very fact that they didn't have any seniors, and we are the junior batch they have. They are the first seniors we have. We have our seniors, but they didn't have anyone.
Some of our seniors are working on ventures right now, such as businesses, podcasts, different type of ventures. And what happens is because now they've worked with each other because of the frat, because they've played in the same team, because they've prepared together, they know everyone's caliber, they know who's right for which role, and everyone is busy and engaging with each other in that sense because of that bond. It is beneficial in the workspace as well.
It's like, I think Masters Union has put up a really good way of connecting us. Like right from the time we had a UGP buddy to actually incorporating all of us in their frats, because they were like the first child of the family. They had every liberty to them. I mean, PGP folks were there, but they're only here for a year or two. It's an
You don't,
MBA.
yeah, you don't get that much
You don't
time
get to
to
connect.
connect. So I think so. The funniest way that I actually met my UG buddy was I actually was going for sports one day and I found out he was my doubles partner. So I think sports is one of the biggest criterias for any student, right? Like
We have a core member here.
yeah, we have a co-member.
We have a core member.
level players, what are you talking
And the best part, what I think about the whole frat and clubs and career clubs, everything is it's completely student-led. There's no third party or administration coming into play. It's us, the representative, deciding what they have to do, and they are the ones who are picking where they want to have the event and what they're gonna do. So I think it's the privilege what Masters Union students have to set the pace.
Yeah, I think I am somebody who does not play sports, but anybody would think that in a traditional B school, and that too some school like Masters Union, which is in DLF, people wouldn't have a sports facility, but I think they've streamlined everything so well that there's a good balance between how we're going about our education and academics and even the sports.
Of course, I mean, adding into that, I originally assumed that in a campus like this, which is located in a business park, I will not be getting access to play sports. But right now, on one tap, in an app, I can book one of the city's best courts or best grounds to play any sport I want.
It's extremely streamlined. We get an email every. I mean, there are a lot of emails we get, but I love the fact that I like every time you go to your emails, you always see that there's a sport ka email. हमेशा कोई ना कोई sport का email होता है, and there's always the schedule that this week onwards you got these sessions and all.
ऐसा नहीं लगता CEO बन गया
Oh, which reminds me, CEO से CXO.
Oh yeah.
Veer, you've attended most of the CXO
I think
sessions.
all that we would
All
have
of us.
done together उससे ज़्यादा उसने किया है. उससे ज़्यादा उसने किया है.
Some of us is it equalizes to Veer's.
I have the numbers as well, by the way.
Oh my god. We have
So-
an amazing person.
So basically, these CXO sessions are absolutely amazing. In every week, we have around 2 to 3 CXO sessions over here at the auditorium, or we even have them in the classrooms accordingly. So basically, we've had the MD of TCI Express, India's largest roadways company, or talk about the head of data analytics at American Airlines, Mrs. Ankita Saraf. We've had a variety of people coming in, talking about their industries, the relevance of their industries, and we get a perspective on everything. I am building a platform in B2B lead generation, and that has different angles to it in every industry. Airlines look at lead generation in a different industry. Logistics looks at it in a different light. And I get to hear that firsthand from all the CXOs who've built the businesses. They know everything. ऊपर से नीचे तक. So it's absolutely amazing. And not only the sessions, we also have roundtable private sessions with them.
I mean, we just had a recent one, so we have something called as MUIL. Me and Kabir are a part of MUIL. And Maithili as well. Yeah. And Masters Union Innovation Lab is basically an incubator that we have here in Masters Union. And recently we had a roundtable by Rohan Ganatra, who is the founder of Social Sense and Your Next Hire. And it was just mind-blowing. Like, I as a person did not know much about B2B sales and the lead generation. And I think you would be a better person talking about this because you had a great time.
I really did. So I was over, initially I was over there and it was like really late. So I was like in a very like tired, I was very tired. I didn't probably want to attend. I was not up for it. But the way that he entered, he really set an impression in my mind, which was like, you know, he was like, I've seen Wolf of Wall Street a lot. And in which he has this scene, you know, like, sell me a pen. And that absolutely was the opposite of what Rohan was teaching us, you know, like we all saw that. He first tried to tell us to, you know, want to sell it to him. And then he went on the opposite ladder and he was like, ki mujhe ye nahi karna hai. There's a different currency. I think Maithili was also there.
Yeah, I was there. Honestly, it was such a different experience. I think the fact that he was, maybe it's because he's closer to our age in comparison to a lot of other people, you can like really relate to his experiences, you know. Sometimes when he was talking to us, I felt like I was talking to someone who's just a couple of years older than us. So I felt more open and I think everyone was willing and able to ask questions.
So I think one thing we can gauge is like, you know, the best part or the benefit of being here at Masters Union is that we have such close access to these people. I mean, if we were in some campus far off from the city limits, it would be really hard for these people, even if they would want to come and, you know, take certain sessions. It would be.
That is technically impractical. And there is
And
some
also the fact where they're bringing all the celebrity CEO and CXOs. For example, they bought out CEO of Noise, they bought CEO of Epigama. And I never imagined, bro, that I will have a session with finance with Sharon. That was like really
my God, that was
unexpected. And
amazing,
it was like
yaar.
so good, bro.
amazing.
It was like a dream come true.
Yeah, it was a dream
I'm
come true.
actually a part of the 1% club too. So it was like
yeah.
a dream boy moment, bro.
I mean, my personal favorite was from the co-founder of PSafe. I mean, I'm a personal user. I use PSafe products, and the insights I got to learn from him, like how he went about choosing his products, identifying his problem statement, and delivering on it. I think this can only be achieved in a setting like this.
I mean, if I would consult certain people for my business of these levels of experience, I would have to pay lakhs.
Yeah, definitely.
On the hour.
And having them right around your cafeteria, like your common areas, I think it's a great perk. But guys, wait. I think we're kind of digressing. What about the hostel life?
I think he would be the one.
And Veer. We need you. Heer and Veer. Go about it. She's the hostel VP. He's a very fun guy.
So the hostel life is absolutely amazing. I am sharing a room with a person who comes from a different state, with a different culture, with a different language, with a different everything. And it's just not only the academic part of this, but you also learn about how you live and adjust with someone who comes from a different setting in all aspects of your life, how to accept, how to let go. These are the soft skills which I feel have been beneficial to me, apart from all the fun and all the experiences we've had.
I think the very hostel life is what any student who will crave after their 12th standard or their junior college. The hostel life, that there should be there, the fun part should be there, the jamming session should be there, the musicians should be coming out of nowhere and just bringing the guitar, and some dancers would come and like they'll just jam together, and like
In our, I think the girls' hostel is a very cute place.
I think I can totally agree with whatever Viz said, because I've been in hostel my entire life from the age of 8. So yeah, bro, like coming from like Tamil Nadu and like shifting to Gurgaon and like and staying in hostel with all different kind of diverse crowd. It's like one of the things I cherish from Masters Union side. It's really nice, like building a community and like collaborating with.
But I think it was different for me and Maitli. This was the first time we ever lived apart from our family, right? How was that for you?
See, I think initially when I came, I was talking to my mom about it, and she was like, "You're gonna feel homesick. You're gonna call me in 2 weeks' time, and you're gonna book a flight back." I think that's something that did not happen. In fact, I'm very proud of that, by the way. I still talk to my mom about it. But it's just that the hostel is such a homely place, and we have all of these people, and it's just that everyone's so friendly. And I think we all sit in like the basement and like at the sofas, we'll listen to music.
people make home for like everyone.
True.
And I think any hostel you talk, even talk about a boys' hostel or a girls' hostel.
We have concerts. we have teaching sessions. Apparently, this guy also started giving courses in the hostel basement for 500 per person.
I think one of the hostels, boys' hostels, somebody launched a business, coffee business, in the first week. So this in the hostel.
I mean,
I think the business minds are.
yeah, when you talk about at least Maithili and Gunjan have gone to hostel, I still haven't gone to hostel. मैं जाने भी नहीं. मैं जाने.
You bro, you're missing out a lot.
No, let's not make him feel bad.
I'm pretty sure. But yeah.
How's life being a day scholar? Like, how do you manage?
Okay, actually, so I thought it'll be easier for me to manage my time. It's not. It's actually not, because you guys have shuttles which go from here to your hostel. Cab नहीं मिलती यहाँ से. Genuinely cab नहीं मिलती है यहाँ से.
But you get घर का खाना.
Fair, yeah, घर का
But you
खाना.
get Garga and you didn't get us anything.
अरे.
Yeah.
But that's really good, guys. I want to know how was the first month here at Masters Union for you? What was some key insights that you got, like professionally? How did you network? Because this was a lot of fun stuff. How did all of that just sink in, like networking, creating good friendships, and the safety?
Yeah.
Maitli?
I think first of all, when I came here, it had just been 2 weeks in, and we started getting emails about internships. Yeah, we started getting a lot of opportunities, and the thing is, I obviously applied and I got in, like luckily. And it's just that the opportunities right from the get-go, like you have so many out there, you know. Majority of my friends, in fact, are already working. Some of them get paid for their work as well. Like say video editing or UI UX, anything, you name it. Like I'm doing web development right now. I have a friend who does video editing, and she's getting paid around 18K a month. And that's just right from the first month, you know. So yeah, I think when it comes to networking, you just talk to the right people, like especially because I sit here, I sit in the workspace. Yeah, I stay on campus even on Sundays, in fact. Like I'd stay.
I've seen you. I've seen her.
She's always there.
She's always on the campus. Whenever you call Maithili, where campus.
It's just that it's so comfortable, and you have like Wi-Fi, you have AC.
She's already made it her home.
Yeah, I've already made it. Like
And the fact is, everyone's so sweet, and the safety is just, you know, we feel at home over here at campus. How about you? How is?
I think there is a police station out right there. Yeah, we have a police station. But yeah, apart from that, actually, safety is what was the major issue before like telling them that we want to go to Gurgaon. I was like, safety? Where is safety? I was like, is there? And Masters Union made it very comfortable for us also. The management made us very comfortable, and they made sure that everyone is safe, not just girls or guys, but everyone is safe and everyone is.
I think everyone, whoever came from out of Gurgaon, was, you know, asked like, do you want a shuttle from the airport? And I think those small things really.
Matters a lot.
stood out for me. But apart from that, from networking opportunities, which I was talking about, I think the seniors are amazing. Like, they've done some great stuff. Like, I'm currently working with one of the seniors for his content creator challenge, and the amount of learning that I'm getting, I think I'm getting cheat sheets for second year. But you know, it's not just limited to our seniors, their seniors, the PGP folks, and they've just recently had their drop shipping. So getting insights from them on our drop shipping, and it's just all such a great community that is here at Masters Union. I feel at home.
I think like talking about community, I think the student life and the extracurriculars over here are extremely unexpected. So I think Maitli and I honestly have had the best experience as
Yeah,
student
we're
life.
always together somehow. Yeah, we're always together.
Everything we've applied for is just coincidentally together, like MUIL and then admission fellows.
Yeah, and it's not like we discuss it beforehand. It's just
we
that,
never do.
yeah, we just end up together and we're like, oh,
Yeah,
it's
you're also here.
Yeah, and speaking of extracurriculars, we have Dhan. I think he's a core member. I think he should be able to talk about that.
Go on.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a core member of Data Club.
Okay.
The best club in Masters Union. So make sure you are debatable.
Another core member is right here.
Of the debate, intellectual
I
nexus.
think intellectual nexus will work.
So that's the debate club, guys.
Yeah.
So we've all talked a lot and discussed different parts and aspects of life at Masters Union. But one important thing is the faculty and the class stories.
So I think the best part about our class is, so I'm in section B, right, and we have Bhupesh sir, and he's our marketing teacher. And I'm not gonna digress, but I think the best part about him is because we're teenagers, right, and we're trying to learn something very different from the norm because we're in a B school. He actually teaches us through examples that we would understand rather than adapting to other stuff. Like, you know, other teachers would give a bit different examples, but he gives us examples in terms of, you know, the things we've been through. I think that's the best part of marketing.
I think whoever like is following Masters Union would have heard the name Mr. Bhupesh a lot. But I'll tell you guys, he's worth every single hype. I personally plan my vacations and like flights in a certain way that I don't miss his classes.
It's just not about Bhupesh sir. Bhupesh sir is everyone's personal favorite, but I think for someone like me who did not like math, Nandini ma'am is such an important person. The way she teaches statistics and incorporates that with real business cases, like business use cases, I think that maths just makes more sense to me right now, and product management.
Oh, Sumit sir is the best. Sumit sir has worked with so many people in the industry. He himself is currently building a startup, and I get all of the best insights from him about my business. So whenever I'm in the class, it's not just about the curriculum which we have, which of course is very fun and relevant, but it's also about what I want to know from him beyond the classroom.
Adding on to it, the best part about like Sumit sir is he's so passionate about the subject, and also the fact where we get to connect him like outside the classrooms. Like I think everyone who is like whoever building their own startup just get to like sit with him for 10 minutes and like talk about everything.
No, but what about art of communication? It was such an important class.
Art of communication is literally the most unexpected thing in MU. Every week we have to create a speech, give it on stage, and then I still end up asking why is there a midterm if we're giving speeches every week, right?
Kabir, not just we have to make question answers. It's basically everything which encompasses communication, and our teachers have 1.2 lakh followers on LinkedIn. 1 million followers on Instagram. In fact, I just rushed into this influencers conclave the other day and I saw my teachers right there.
I mean, we've all had and done some amount of public speaking for sure, but I think there was one very important aspect of art of communication, which...
Yeah, so I think communication in general, like you're forced to like put yourself out there, you know? And I think for a lot of us is that we have done public speaking, but at the same time, it's not like we're comfortable with it. Like we're not in the place where we'll volunteer for it, you know? And that's exactly what changes when you attend these classes. Because the thing is, it happens in a group of say 8 to 9 people, right? And you're going and you're speaking in front of them and you have a really experienced and well-trained person who's coming and instructing you. And it's not even like she's putting you down or anything. It's like you slowly build up your profile. And at the same time, you have this thing of, you know, your emotions are all over the place when you're speaking, right? Like, especially in the public. I think now I'm like able to structure myself in such a way that it's way better. and I'm able to think of, even the rational aspect of talking in the public.
I completely agree with you, Maitli. I think you've all given such great inputs, and I think the viewers would have also got a little bit sneak peek into what life here is like and how we roll on a day-to-day basis. But I really hope you guys had a great time watching this and got some great insights. And I'm so glad I got to meet you guys. Like, I mean, I do interact with you on a daily basis, but I'm from Section A and all these people are from different sections. So I got to know you on a little bit more personal level today. And that was just amazing. I had a great time with you. So thank you so much.